Pets at Home is the leading pet care provider in the UK, where our customers can get all of their pet needs catered for largely under one roof.
We have grooming salons, we have veterinary practices in store to enable you to take care of your pet and enrich your pet's life.
We currently have 451 stores across the country.
So we have colleagues that are expenses claimers in our store estate, so they may be store colleagues that are making claims in order to travel to a different store during the course of the day. So colleagues want to be reimbursed with ad hoc expenses and the incidentals that come up through that.
The biggest challenges were speed, really. So it was taking an inordinate amount of time from the moment a colleague actually incurred an expense that wasn't their own personal expense to actually getting credited for that into their bank account.
You could be waiting quite a few weeks to be actually paid your money back.
You also wouldn't know if there was a problem, would you? So if it got lost in the post or payroll weren't happy, even if your line manager was happy and they bounced it back to you. So in terms of our field-based and store colleagues particularly, it was a very, very lengthy process.
Originally we were probably looking at between 10 and 15 minutes per claim, depending on the complexity of the claim and if there was any issues.
Webexpenses is fast,
Quick.
Easy and convenient.
We're doing a lot of system development across the business at the moment, and the Webexpenses the implementation has been really seamless, really easy, and should be held out as an example in terms of how we implement systems across our estate. It's been that good.
When we went out to tender, it ranged from the sort of 4 to 6 weeks that Webexpenses were telling us to 16 weeks some companies were coming back telling us. So we were a little bit apprehensive about the 4 to 6, like could that actually be achieved? And it could.
The features that are most useful to me are when I get the email that says I've got an expenses waiting to be signed off. That's a useful reminder, and then I can click from that email very easily straight into the application.
For me it's the app because I'm on the go. The app's just, it's touch of a button. So I can put my expenses in, but I can also authorise my colleagues as well.
A lot of my expenses are evening meals, and so I'll order my evening meal and then as soon as I've got my receipt I'll snap it and then send my expenses away just while I'm waiting for the meal.
It's the whole on-the-go piece, and then also even if you want to do your expenses later down the line, that you can just take pictures of all your receipts, drop them into your repository, and then when you're ready to send your expenses, if you want to do it in the one hit, you can do it that way.
I would say we're saving at least 10 minutes per claim at the moment. So roughly I think we've probably saved about 300 hours since the launch.
With Webexpenses, I can sign off the expenses at a time that suits me best and enables me to make sure that what they're submitting is within our policies.
We're also looking at how Webexpenses can support us moving away from petty cash in stores onto a purchase card solution, and we're making some really good progress with a number of our partner banks and Webexpenses about how we can make that happen.
It's just really, really intuitive, straightforward. It's easy to identify what needs approving. It's easy to add notes if you reject, and it literally is just a few clicks.
I've got nearly 200 colleagues that work beneath me, so they're putting their expenses into me, and the feedback's been really, really good that they're getting it back much quicker, and it's much more efficient and quick and easy to use.
It works like a dream.